For years, the idea of an affordable electric car from Tesla felt more like a whispered promise than a concrete plan, something mentioned in passing at events and interviews but never fully realized. By the middle of the decade, that promise had started to weigh heavily on public perception. In 2026, the topic returned to the spotlight, not because of a triumphant unveiling, but because of the growing impatience of people who had been waiting far too long for a true shift in pricing. Toward the end of the previous year, Tesla attempted a partial response by releasing simplified versions of the Model Y and Model 3. On paper, these versions were meant to be cheaper, but in reality, their prices still hovered around the high $30,000 range. For many observers, this felt disappointing. Removing a few features from an existing car without rethinking its core design did not feel like innovation. It felt like compromise. What consumers wanted was not a familiar product with corners cut. They were hoping for something fundamentally new, an electric car conceived from the ground up to be affordable, efficient, and accessible. Instead, the strategy seemed to highlight what was missing rather than what had been achieved. Critics were quick to point out that these moves appeared to be an attempt to fill the void left by the absence of the long-promised, low-cost Tesla, often referred to as the Model 2 or Model Q. After years of delays, skepticism naturally grew. Many began to wonder whether this vehicle would ever truly exist or whether it would remain a perpetual concept, useful mainly as a talking point. The origins of this promise trace back to 2020, when Elon Musk spoke confidently about a low-cost electric car that would expand Tesla's reach and dominate emerging markets. But as time passed, the automotive landscape changed rapidly. Competition from Chinese manufacturers intensified, supply chains fluctuated, and raw material prices rose and fell unpredictably. At several points, it seemed as though the project had been quietly pushed aside. In 2024, rumors even suggested cancellation. Although those claims were denied, the lack of clear timelines only fueled speculation. In a company where every hint and pause is magnified, silence can speak louder than announcements. While Tesla hesitated, the market did not. Brands like BYD and Wuling began releasing compact, inexpensive electric cars designed specifically for dense urban environments and cost-conscious buyers. These vehicles lacked prestige, but they met practical needs. Tesla, by contrast, continued to focus on the higher end of the market. Its cars remained impressive, but increasingly out of reach for average consumers. The company began to feel like a guest who repeatedly promised to arrive but never quite made it. Desire alone was no longer enough. The impact of Tesla's lower-priced trims was modest. Sales saw slight increases, but nothing close to the explosive growth of earlier years. Meanwhile, competitors gained traction, particularly in Europe and China. It became clear that simply trimming existing models would not be sufficient. People wanted boldness, something reminiscent of Tesla's early days when the company redefined expectations. Interestingly, even without a physical product, the so-called Model 2 took on a life of its own. It became a symbol, a car that did not yet exist but influenced decisions across the industry. Its absence carried weight, shaping conversations, strategies, and even competitor marketing. In many ways, it was more powerful as an idea than some real-world launches. As months passed, anticipation turned into impatience. Elon Musk, known for mastering hype, appeared to be stretching the clock. Then, a new rumor reignited excitement. Reports suggested that the affordable Tesla was not only still alive, but would include an unexpected feature: factory-integrated satellite internet connectivity. The idea of a relatively inexpensive electric car equipped with global internet access sparked immediate enthusiasm. Online discussions exploded, and suddenly the once doubted project felt revitalized. Without any official confirmation, many began treating the Model 2 as an imminent reality, with a potential debut in 2026. The notion of built-in satellite connectivity changed the conversation entirely. It was no longer just about cost, it was about freedom and reach. A car that could stay connected far beyond urban centers appealed to travelers, rural residents, and anyone tired of unreliable networks. The idea that this feature could come standard rather than as an expensive add-on made it even more compelling. For many, this signaled that Tesla might finally be ready to redefine what an entry-level car could be. Leaks and indirect signals added fuel to the fire.
Reports of production adjustments at the Texas factory, sightings of unusual prototypes, and whispers of integration testing with satellite systems all pointed in the same direction. Even traditionally cautious media outlets began to treat the launch as likely rather than speculative. Investors, too, took notice. An affordable car combined with a connected services ecosystem represented not just a product, but a platform. The potential for ongoing revenue through software updates, data services, and connectivity packages suggested a long-term strategy rather than a one-time sale. Skeptics raised concerns that adding satellite technology would increase costs and undermine affordability. Yet this argument overlooked a crucial detail. Both the car and the satellite network are controlled by the same visionary leader. This unique alignment allows internal optimization that other automakers cannot replicate. It is precisely the kind of ambitious integration that defines Musk's approach. Moreover, the feature could attract entirely new audiences, people who previously had little interest in electric vehicles but saw value in constant connectivity. Leaked images soon followed, showing a compact vehicle smaller than the Model 3 and Model Y. The proportions suggested a design optimized for city life, with a modern but restrained aesthetic. Around the same time, reports emerged that massive casting machines at the Texas facility were being reconfigured for a new platform. This advanced casting approach allows large sections of the vehicle to be formed as single pieces, dramatically reducing the number of components. Fewer parts mean faster assembly, lower costs, and improved structural integrity. The new platform is said to reduce structural components by nearly half, while also making the car significantly lighter than the Model 3. Less weight improves efficiency, handling, and overall performance, particularly in urban environments where agility matters. Clever engineering choices, such as a shorter distance between the front axle and the driver's door, allow for a surprisingly spacious interior despite the compact exterior. This kind of design prioritizes real-world comfort over superficial luxury. Structurally, the use of large cast sections increases rigidity and safety while freeing up interior space. The result is a vehicle that feels solid and stable without being bulky. From the outside, the car appears to blend elements of a hatchback and a small crossover, measuring just over 4 meters in length. It is small enough for tight city parking, but large enough to comfortably seat a small family. This balance has proven elusive for many manufacturers, yet Tesla seems poised to achieve it. The philosophy behind the interior is equally pragmatic. The goal is not to impress with extravagance, but to deliver functionality and durability. A flat floor enhances legroom and ease of movement. A single central touchscreen handles most controls, reducing complexity and cost. Fabric upholstery replaces expensive materials, prioritizing longevity and ease of maintenance. These choices are not about cutting corners, but about focusing resources where they matter most. Some premium features are intentionally omitted. There's no panoramic glass roof, no elaborate sound system, and very few physical buttons. Touch controls and software take center stage, simplifying production and reducing long-term maintenance. Yet the essence of the Tesla experience remains intact. Frequent software updates ensure that the car evolves over time, gaining new features and refinements long after purchase. Even the driving interface reflects this philosophy. Touch-sensitive controls replace traditional stocks, streamlining assembly and reinforcing the futuristic feel. The absence of a bulky center console creates a sense of openness, making the cabin feel larger than its dimensions suggest. For city dwellers, this efficient use of space is invaluable. Where Tesla truly aims to differentiate itself is in the areas of battery technology and performance. Instead of settling for low-density batteries and modest motors, the affordable model is rumored to offer advanced options. These include proven lithium iron phosphate cells and potentially a new generation of aluminum-based batteries developed through internal partnerships. The result is impressive range, with estimates between 250 and 350 miles depending on configuration. Rapid charging capabilities could allow the battery to reach 80% in under 20 minutes, with meaningful range added in mere seconds. Improved efficiency reduces the need for large battery packs, lowering costs and environmental impact. Performance remains a hallmark, with even the base version delivering acceleration figures that rival or surpass many. An all-wheel drive variant pushes these numbers even further, placing the car in a league of its own within its price range. This combination of affordability, performance, and technology illustrates Tesla's broader strategy. Rather than making endless compromises, the company seeks to redefine expectations. By focusing on intelligent design, efficient manufacturing, and integrated ecosystems, Tesla aims to deliver an entry-level car that feels anything but basic. If these plans come to fruition, the long-awaited promise may finally be fulfilled, not just as a cheaper car, but as a smarter one that reshapes the market.